Hey, I don't know what Alan called me, and I still don't see him here. Okay, well,
6th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
okay. Well, we'll hope that people are able to come in.
I was trying to connect for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I realized that there probably was something wrong, and then I checked it out, and it said that the meeting was the time for the meeting that I was checking into was 8:30 to 9:30 in the evening.
Oh, that's not good.
So changed it to this time, and now it seems you got able to get in, but I don't know what happened to anybody else.
Well, Roy said that he is at the doctor's office. He probably is going to come late.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen Mayor this morning.
Oh, okay. So it's just Alan, and but he was trying to get in. Let me see if I can get in touch with him.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's placing a stumbling block before the blind. The blind or the other people that don't know that he bought this this item, which really is worth 100 zoos. He bought it for 100 zoos. And he bought it for 1 zuz. So if this is an item of clothing and he goes around wearing this item of clothing, and people say, "What? This person he collects tzedakah. He owes me money. He owes my friend money. He knows other people money as well. And here he is wearing clothing that costs 100 zuz. So in fact, the whole thing is not so. He only paid 1 zuz for it. He happened to get a good deal. So rather than wear this item of clothing, which people are it's gonna bring suspicion upon him, is cause other people to judge him unfavorably, and that would be a violation of the mitzvah of giving people the benefit of the doubt. He should rather not wear it, and he should make the purchase, and then sell it to somebody that can't afford it for 100 zoos, and then he's made 99 zoos, and then with that 99 zoos, maybe he could pay back some of his creditors.
So the reason it's placing the stumbling block before the blind is because the people are ignorant?
Yeah, but placing a stumbling block before the blind means to cause someone to do an avera. He shouldn't do things that cause other people to do averas.
So if I go to my friend and I say, I'm going to McDonald's, they've got a really good deal on cheeseburgers. Come with me. And he says, but it's treif. I say, I know it's treif, but it really tastes good and it's a really good deal. And he comes with me. Is that putting a stumbling block before the blind?
Perhaps. I mean, so you get into it's in that the Gemara talks about giving wine to a nazir, and that's like a classic example. Giving Ever Minachai even to a non-Jew. I believe the Gemara says that as well, even to a non-Jew. So that would be that would be a violation as well for the person, because he's causing a person who's obligated in a mitzvah to violate it by supplying him the ability to violate the mitzvah.
Uh-huh.
So here too, you're supplying people with the ability, you're supplying people with the possibility of judging you in an improper way, which people are very likely to do. So the Pele Yoetz said this would constitute a violation of placing a stumbling block before the blind person.
So it has to be a situation where the person commits an avera. If he just makes a mistake and gets cheated, it's not putting a stumbling block for a blind person.
Oh, that's what you want to know.
Let's say I sell a car to a person and I know that the engine block has a crack in it. And it's not discernible unless you really know what you're doing and you really examine the car carefully. But I know it's there. And he buys it, and then 6 months later, the engine breaks.
Yeah.
Is that putting the stumbling block before a blind person?
Yeah, that's not that won't be this avera.
No.
A stumbling block is stumbling into an avera.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I feel badly about Alan. He's I don't know what to do over here.
I can send him a link.
Yeah, I'll call him again and tell him that you're sending him a link, so he should look out for it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Alan, Lewis sending you a link right now. Okay. Okay, Tiskala Mitzvahs Lou.
Amen.
Okay, so a round of applause for page 204.
Hooray.
One more page of Pele Yoetz. Now we go to page 205, and you're welcome to read the next section as well if you'd like.
When an individual does not have the opportunity to make a profit and earn money, he should engage in Torah study, for its reward is greater than silver. In any case, even if the angel of poverty pursues him, for he has small children who depend upon him, and his situation is very dire, and he is financially overwhelmed, even so, he must not miss praying with the congregation, Shachrit, Mincha, Mariv, every day and night. He must dedicate time to study of Torah, whether he's capable of a little or a lot. Every person is only obligated to the extent that he is capable. It does not matter whether a person does a lot or a little. What matters is that his intentions are directed for the sake of heaven. A person must increase the honor and the peace of his home. Since he does not have any money in his pocket, he must speak sweetly. With a sweet palate and soft speech, a husband should appease his wife, tell her his woes, reveal to her his deepest wishes, and say to her, if I had the means, I would buy you a city of gold, a very expensive piece of jewelry. Dried out bread that is accompanied by peace is better than.
Oh yeah, that's the you didn't finish off the rest of the pasuk.
Right.
Fancy food and argument and strife within the house is the rest of the pasuk.
Right.
Okay. Welcome, Alan.
Oh, what page?
Hooray!
Ray.
We're now on the bottom of page 205. So this is something to keep in mind what he mentioned over here. I don't know if everybody knows this, but in regard to the mitzvah of Talmud Torah, the Chazal learned, I believe from the pasuk says "V'yikisa bo yomam v'layla," that you should meditate on its words both day and night. That very, very practically speaking, a person has to make sure that he learns some Torah both in the morning, both in the day hours of the day, and also in the night hours of the day. So he should plan his schedule in such a way that he has set aside time to learn during the daylight hours, and that he also has set aside a certain amount of time to learn at least something in the nighttime hours in order to fulfill this obligation. That's why the Pele Yoetz over here says that each day and night he must dedicate time for the study of Torah. Just like a person, just because he davens shakris, he doesn't say, "Oh, well, I davened for the day." He's also got to daven mincha. He's also got to daven arvis. He has three different time periods of obligation as far as his davening goes. For Torah, he's got two different time periods in which he's got to divide up his learning schedule to make sure that he learns at least some amount of Torah during the daytime hours and also during the nighttime hours. Okay. And now with that, we go to the next paragraph. If it appears on page 205,
Got it.
Alan.
If it appears to a person that there is an opportunity to earn a living in a different city, he should not acquire a master, i.e., feel that he must not leave his current residence. Behold, our sages, Baba Metzia said, one who acquires a master for himself will cry out and not be answered. They explain that this refers to someone for whom things are bad in the city in which he lives, yet he does not move to a different one. Therefore, a person must pick up his legs and leave his land to discover and secure a safe haven, which will facilitate his service of the Almighty. However, a person should not wander from city to city alone and abandon the members of his household. According to what our eyes have seen, the effort is immense. The return is minimal, and in the majority of cases, the undertaking is not successful. This is the upright path. A man should endeavor to relocate with his family members in a place where he will find work and earn a salary, either by means of a craft, merchandise business, or working for an individual or the community. A person should not be concerned about leaving behind his land and his birthplace. These things are vanity compared to the benefit of not having to search for bread and having the ability to serve his creator in tranquility. A person should pour out his soul before Hashem, that he should help him to withstand his trials and provide him with material means. These are ways of the upright ways which a poor man should practice in his poverty. By doing so, he will merit great good in the world, which is entirely good, and find his redemption.
Okay, very interesting. So that's the advice from the Pele Yoetz. He bases it on the Gemara and Bava Metzia. Okay. In other words, one is not supposed to say, according to the Pele Yoetz, the way he's quoting this Gemara and Bava Metzia, one's not supposed to say, look, the reason why it's not going here is because why would I think it's going to go better somewhere else? Hashem is not able to support me here where I am. I have to go through the effort and the toil of moving and relocating my family. Also, he says, because he can't be in one place and his family is in another place. And only like that, Hashem is going to be able to give me to have parnasa. Can't Hashem give me parnasa in the place? Is this perhaps a lack of bitachon that he has in Hashem, that he feels that only in the other place Hashem will give him a parnasa? According to the Pele Yoetz, no, not at all. This is what the Gemara says in Bava Metzia that one is required to do. Okay. So that's that. And with that, we have a round of applause for Aeneas.
Hooray!
And page 205. Oh, and now we go. Very interesting subject. Ayin hara. What does the Pele Yoetz have to say about ayin hara?
The evil eye.
Okay, Lou.
The evil eye is one of the things that remove a man from this world. The statement of our sages, 99 people die from the evil eye, and only one person dies from illicit behavior, is well known. A person must be very careful to protect himself to the best of his ability. He should not flaunt his wisdom, his good deeds, or his wealth. At the same time, a person needs to act thoughtfully so that other people do not sense that he is being cautious, lest they become upset that he suspects them of being masters of the evil eye. If the person is a poor man, notices that a wealthy man is avoiding him, or someone who is childless notices that a man who has many children is avoiding him, this causes them to become depressed. Their hearts are pained, and they are overcome with grief. Every wise man must act with intelligence. A person should not watch over the success of his friend, sit in his friend's store, put his eyes upon it, or speak about it, lest he be blamed for any damage, if any damage occurs to it. If it happens that he mentions the praise and good deeds of his friend, he must immediately bless him that no evil eye should have power over him. So this is the origin of the custom of saying Kanai Nahara.
Yeah.
So I'm a little disappointed he doesn't say what the evil eye is.
I mean, what? Yeah, he doesn't explain how it works, you mean?
Yeah.
That one person could. that one person could affect another person with this evil eye. He doesn't explain that. He just takes that as takes it for granted. That's what the Gemara says. There's such a thing as ayin hara. That's what he's bringing from the Gemara in Bava Metzia.
Do they define it over there?
No. No. No, it's yeah, so it's yeah, the whole matter is shrouded in suspicion or lack of knowledge and understanding. The whole matter is a bit shrouded in mystery. That's what we would say.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know that I've said before from the hotline, they don't put a whole lot of emphasis on this, that people should go around worrying about uh, being affected by the evil eye, and because they hold that, like it says in Chovos HaLevavos, that Hashem is the one who runs the world, and people are not the ones that are able to either benefit or harm other people. It's all gezeres from Hashem. It's all hashgachas Hashem, and Hashem is the ultimate source of everything that happens to a person. It's not rooted in the ability of one person to do anything to another person. So they don't put a lot of emphasis on worrying about what other people are thinking or anything of this sort about me and that type of thing. Only of course, one has to be careful because of Beinon L'Chavero, not to cause other people to feel bad. That's for sure. But not because of an ayin hara. They should not want to do anything chas v'shalom to cause another Jew to feel bad because they don't want him to feel bad. That's why, not because it will hurt them because of an evil eye, but because you shouldn't do things to cause other people to feel bad. Okay. Okay, maybe he's got another paragraph over here. Maybe he's going to say a little bit more about this matter. And we go to Alan.
Okay.
To continue in the holy books.
In the holy books, there are already some esoteric devices to save one from an evil eye, especially to carry with him the haruda grass, which is very potent. It is proper to follow their advice and is included in the general rule of you shall diligently protect your lives from devorum. Likewise, there is a protective device in the Talmud, in Berachos 55b, to shield a person from his own evil eye. He should look at the left side of his nose, offering the kind of prayer which yields fruit, more important than everything else, for our God has compassion. He listens to the prayers of every mouth, and saves his people Israel from the evil eye and from other kinds of evil. In any case, a person must not refrain from doing any mitzvah due to a concern regarding evil eye, for example, bringing a poor man into his house or to speaking publicly to teach people Torah wisdom. One who keeps a mitzvah will not know of any evil, for mitzvah protects. is a shield and armor. The sages of Ruckus 55b said, a man who is afraid of the evil eye should say, I am from the offspring of Yosef, and who has the evil eye has no control over. It is good for a person to recite this every day.
Oh,
So
okay.
a man who is afraid of the evil eye should say, I am from the offspring of Yosef, who the evil eye has no control over. It's good for a person
Right.
to recite this every day.
I don't understand this sentence. He should look at the left side of his nose, offer the kind of prayer which yields fruit, is more important than everything else. But God has compassion. I don't understand that. Offer a prayer, offering the kind of a prayer which yields fruit. What does that mean?
Okay, so the first thing he's quoting this Gemara in Brachos 55b. He says over there, there's some type of a protective device that's brought in the Gemara to shield a person from his own evil eye. And then he just says one quick sentence, he should look to the left side of his nose. So he just sort of like mentioned in passing that there's that because otherwise what he said before seems to be a bit spooky and eerie about the people being so this haruda grass, whatever, to carry around grass will protect one from the evil eye. And he even says it's proper to follow their advice. I've never heard of such a thing, by the way, but I guess maybe there is such a thing. At least there was in time of the Pele Yoetz. Seems to know what it seems to be referring to it like he knows what he's talking about. And then he says, if you'll wonder, what am I talking about? Where do I get all this stuff from? So he says there's you should know that there's even a Gemara that mentions that there's a certain something that a person could do to shield himself from his own evil eye. He doesn't go into that too much, but he just leaves it over there like that. And then he says, then he takes a departure from this type of involvement in devices and about controlling the evil eye with the haruda grass and the left side of your nose. And he says, Lamaisa, what's going to protect the person the most is tefillah to Hashem, to beg Hashem for Rachmanis. And Hashem is the one who, like we said before, he's the one who's in control of all outcomes, accomplishments, and results. And he is the one who saves his people from the evil eye and any other type of evil that may, chas v'sholem, be potentially in there to harm them. So that's he says right there. That's really the bottom line.
So yielding fruit, it means asking for rachamim?
The kind of prayer which yields fruits is more important than everything else. Oh, what does he mean by a type of prayer that yields fruits? Let's see. Okay. The al hakol. Yeah, more important than everything, al hakol is tefillah. Alakol tefila osa perus. No, the way the Hebrew edition says it is that more important than anything about having haruda grass or about your nose is tefillah. Alakol. Above all, tefillah, he says, is osaperus. Tefillah does make tefillah does make fruit. That's the correct translation here in the Hebrew edition.
So in other words, cross out offering the kind of, start the sentence with prayer, cross out which, prayer yields fruit and is more important than everything else. That's how the sentence should read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Ki Elokeinu merachim. For our God it shows compassion to us. Shomer tefillah. Kol peh. He hears the tefillahs of every mouth who sincerely davens to him and appeals to him. V'hu hamatzil. And he is the one who is matzil, who saves. Es amo Yisrael. Hu hamatzil. He is the one. He is the only one who saves the Jewish people from ayin hara and mikol davara, from the ayin hara and anything else that they think could harm them. He is the address. So when a person davens to Hashem, he has to know that this is the address. This is the one who could help me. Not anything else. Only Hashem is the one who's the one who could help. That type of a prayer. That is a prayer. First of all, that's a prayer, and prayer makes fruit. Simply to say the words, because now it's time for Shakris, and we got to say the words, so we're going to say the words, and so we do say the words. That's very nice, but it's not lip service. It's prayer is the avoda of the heart. So the heart has to be behind the words, and that means that we have 100% emuna in the koach of Hashem to hear our tefillah and to save us from any misfortune. And that is why we're davening to him, not simply to be Yoetz Zayin, the obligation of the mitzvah of tefillah. Okay. All right.
$11:20.
It's almost time. Okay, so we don't have time to look up these interesting Gemaras over here. And then he ends off his last comment about the whole matter of the evil eye is that a person really should train himself to say the evil eye has absolutely no power over me. In other words, that the Gemara, you'll say, oh, but didn't he quote the Gemara before to say that the evil eye has such power? It's got 99 out of 100 people, they die because of the evil eye. Yeah, that's because they believe in the evil eye. They believe that it has koach over them. So this last Gemara says, don't believe in it. Believe in Hashem instead. And Hashem will protect you. Okay. And a round of applause for the evil eye. And with that, we will wish Meir a good day as Hashem, even though he didn't come here today. And we hope that Roy comes soon from the doctor. And in the meantime, we will take a short break. Bez Hashem.
Thank you, Rabbi.
All the best.
Okay. Now on to Gemara.